Do Christians need Jews today? And if some of the branches were broken off and you, being a wild olive tree, were grafted in among them, and wisdom became a partaker of the root and the fatness of the olive tree, do not boast against the branches. But if you do boast, remember that you do not support the root, but the root supports you. The relationship between people of Israel and Christians has deep biblical roots that reflected God's internal purposes for the redemption of humanity. Throughout the scriptures, Israel is portrayed as God's chosen people with whom God established a special covenant and through whom He promised to send the Messiah. The Old Testament is filled with promises and blessings directed at Israel as God's chosen people. From the selection of Abraham and promise to make his descendants a great nation, to the liberation of Israel from slavery in Egypt and giving of the law on Mount Sinai, the people of Israel hold the central place in the God's redemptive plan. The New Testament continues to reveal how Yeshua, the promised Messiah, was born from the lineage of Israel to fulfill the prophecies of Old Testament, the first covenant. Although some Jews rejected Jesus as the Messiah, the Bible teaches is clear that God has not rejected His people Israel. As the Jewish Rabbi Shaul, known as Apostle Paul, states, I ask then, did God reject His people? By no means. The Bible teaches that Israel remains an integral part of God's purposes and that He has special plans for His chosen people. And also clearly here we see, for do I not desire, brethren, that you should be ignorant of this mystery, lest you should be wise in your own opinion, that blindness in part has happened to Israel, until the fullness of Gentiles has come in. And so all Israel will be saved. As it's written, the deliverer will come out of Zion, and He will turn away ungodliness from Jacob. Therefore, Christians are called to support and bless Israel, recognizing its unique place in God's divine purposes. By doing so, the Church aligns itself with God's will as expressed in the Scriptures. It also partakes in the blessing that comes from honoring the people who God chose to carry out His plan of redemption. In conclusion, Christian believers must support the people of Israel and recognize their crucial role in the history of salvation and their continuity as God's chosen people. In doing so, the Church demonstrates her faithfulness to the Scriptures and participates in the fulfillment of God's internal purposes for His people and the world. Shalom from Israel.